Hello everyone, welcome to Tathastu ICS. My name is Trija Garg and I am your economy faculty. Today we will be discussing question from 2022 UPSC CSE prelims which is based on NCERT, which can be solved on NCERT based concepts. Let us first look at the type of question. Okay, so here they are saying they have three statements here, right? And then they are asking the statements which are correct. So now, for example, yesterday or day before yesterday we solved questions which had words like only one, and today we will be solving the numerical one. But there is a very accurate distinction between the two statements in the case that you can actually recognize that what they are actually asking you to do. Okay, for example, in these type of questions, you will see that here the term will be used as how many of the above statements are correct. But in these type of numerical type of options, they will ask which of the statements above are correct. Okay, so there is a distinction, clear distinction, how many and which. When they are asking which, then normally they will give you a numerical number 1 and 2 only. So here they are asking you about statement number 1 and statement number 2. Okay. And when they ask how many, then they are basically asking out of the statements given, which one is correct. Clear? So this is basically a mix of concepts. Okay. If the inflation is too high, Reserve Bank of India is likely to buy government securities. Okay. This is from NCERT again, chapter 3, money in banking. Then if the rupee is rapidly depreciating, RBI is likely to sell dollars in the market, and if interest rate in the USA or European Union were to fall, that is likely to induce RBI to buy dollars. This is from the external sector, chapter number 6. Okay, so we'll be first understanding all the three concepts individually and then we will apply those concepts in our question. This type of question is interrelated. Okay. If this happens, then what will happen? If inflation is high, RBI will do what? If rupee is depreciating, RBI will do what? If interest rate is high in the US, RBI will do what? So if in then type of question, which is the interrelated type of question, extremely important for UPSC, in this your understanding of the concepts shall be very, very clear. So let us begin with our first statement. Okay. Source is macroeconomics. Okay, the first one is chapter number 3, money in banking, page number 42. They are talking about open market operations. Let me explain you what are open market operations. Okay, OMO. So basically, you know that the government issues certain government securities when they basically want to borrow money from the public, okay, or the banks. So in this case, RBI on behalf of the government, what they do is they buy and sell government securities. What are these government securities? They are basically treasury bills, okay, cash management bills, dated securities and state development loans or state development bills. These three are issued by the central government. This is issued by the state government. Okay, so these are issued on behalf of the government by RBI. Okay, this is outright sell. Outright sell means permanent sell. Okay, buying and selling. So for example, if there is inflation in the economy, it means, as we discussed yesterday also, that the money supply has increased in the economy, which has led to increase in the demand, which is more than the supply. So there is the situation of excess demand, okay, which will lead to increase in the prices, okay, of goods and services, and if there is sustained increase in the price, then there is inflation in the economy. So RBI targets this money supply. Now we want to reduce the money supply. What will we do? We will try to absorb. What we'll do? Absorb the money supply. Absorb करने के लिए हमें कुछ बेचना पड़ेगा. We will have to sell something. So what we will sell? We will sell the government securities. So in this case, what will happen is RBI will sell government securities, okay, let's say to the banks. Banks buy it. Why do the banks buy the government securities? Because for SLR that they have to keep, for loans that they want to avail from the RBI, to avail the loans, they have to keep something as a collateral, that is the government securities. So it is important for the banks also to buy these government securities, so they do this, and in return they give money to RBI. So in this case they are absorbing the money, the liquidity from the market, the money supply from the system. Now banks will have less money to actually lend to consumers and business people. Okay, so in this case what will happen? When they will have less money, either they will now lend at higher rates or they will lend less. So now in this case the money supply will start to decrease. Okay, if money supply decreases, demand will decrease, prices will start to come down as supply is more than demand, and inflation will be controlled, because these people might not take loans and might postpone their demands for later time. So this is how inflation is controlled. Clear? So now let us go back to the first statement. So this is OMO, open market operation, which RBI does on behalf of the government. Okay, now they buy, sell in case of inflation, and buy when there is deflation, when they want to inject money in the market, okay, on the economy. So now let us try and solve the first statement. They are saying if inflation is too high, it means there is inflation. The Reserve Bank of India is likely to buy government securities. So this is wrong. What they will do? They will sell, as we discussed, to absorb the money supply. Okay? This statement is wrong. Now, on page number 42, they have talked about open market operations, and obviously when you study a term in NCERTs, wherever you study it, you obviously understand the whole mechanism around it. So this is directly from the NCERT, has been mentioned in NCERT. Now let us go back to our statement number 2, which is from page number 94 and chapter number 6, open economy, macroeconomics, that is the external sector. So here we are talking about the depreciation of rupee. Now let us first understand what is depreciation. See, when the demand for dollar increases, what will happen? Imagine dollar is a good. Okay, जब किसी good का demand बढ़ता है तो क्या होता है? उसका price बढ़ने लग जाता है, right? So this is what actually happens. डॉलर का प्राइस बढ़ जाता है with respect to rupee. So in this case, when the demand of dollar increases, then the price of dollar increases, and the rupee का जो value है that starts to depreciate. Okay, that starts to depreciate because now dollar is expensive. It means to buy $1 you need to pay more rupee. Okay, this dollar appreciates. So for example, abhi let's say $1 is equal to 80 rupees. Okay, now because the demand of dollar has increased, so the price of dollar will increase. So अब $1 खरीदने के लिए, क्योंकि डिमांड बढ़ गया, महंगा हो गया है डॉलर, अब आपको 84 रुपीज देने पड़ रहे हैं. So इसमें रुपी की वैल्यू कम हो रही है क्योंकि अब ज्यादा रुपी देने पड़ रहे हैं, डॉलर की वैल्यू बढ़ रही है. Okay, so in this case rupee is depreciating. So what happens when rupee depreciates? तब RBI क्या करता है? ओके, तो अगर रुपी हमारा डेप्रिशिएट कर रहा है, सो इस केस में क्या होता है, हमें डिमांड सप्लाई को बैलेंस करना पड़ेगा. हमें पता है कि डॉलर की जो डिमांड है वो बढ़ गई है. ओके, तो सप्लाई कम है, यानी कि तभी डिमांड बढ़ी है और प्राइस बढ़ा है, क्योंकि अगर सप्लाई इक्वल होती तो प्राइस नहीं बढ़ता. लेकिन सप्लाई इसका मतलब कम है और डिमांड ज्यादा है. सो देयर इज अ सिचुएशन ऑफ एक्सेस डिमांड. सो इन दिस केस व्हाट द आरबीआई विल डू इज दे विल स्टार्ट सप्लाइंग डॉलर इन द इकोनॉमी. Okay, they will start supplying dollar in the economy so that supply also tries to match the demand, and in this case the prices will start to come down, and in this case rupee will का जो depreciation है उसको हम stabilize करने का try करेंगे. Okay, so this is what they are saying. When basically exchange rate होता है हमारा, ये fixed exchange rate के बारे में बात हो रही है. जो depreciation होता है that happens in the flexible exchange rate system, but sometimes to balance it out the government, यानी कि RBI intervenes. RBI is the one who intervenes. Okay, RBI is the monetary authority of India. It is the one who takes care of the forex. Okay, तो आरबीआई क्या करता है, जब कभी कभी बहुत ज़्यादा सप्लाई भी बढ़ जाती है, ये उल्टा केस है, जब सप्लाई बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है तो इस केस में आरबीआई बाइज द डॉलर्स. ओके, और वो रुपी की सप्लाई बढ़ा देता है, बाय करेगा, इन रिटर्न इट विल गिव रुपीज़। लेकिन जब डिमांड बढ़ती है तो इस केस में क्या होता है, द आरबीआई बेसिकली सप्लाई या फिर सेल डॉलर्स इन द मार्केट, ओके, एंड इन रिटर्न एब्जॉर्ब्स दी रुपी, ओके, रुपी को एब्जॉर्ब करता है। अब रुपी को एब्जॉर्ब किया तो क्या होगा, रुपी की इसका मतलब सप्लाई कम हो गई, यानी कि इस केस में क्या हो जाएगा, फिर वो बैलेंस आउट होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। क्लियर? नाउ let us understand the third case also, then we'll solve the question. Interest rate and exchange rate, which is page number 93, again the same chapter number 6. So what happens is, let's say we are taking two countries, USA and we are taking India. USA में the interest rate on investment is 8%, in India it is 10%. So what will happen? As an investor, you would want to get more and more of return, so you will invest in इंडिया। जब आप इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट करते हो तो आप क्या करोगे, आपकी रुपी की डिमांड बढ़ेगी। रुपी की डिमांड क्यों बढ़ेगी, क्योंकि द इन्वेस्टर्स फ्रॉम द यूएसए विल कम टू इंडिया, दे विल एक्सचेंज देयर डॉलर्स फॉर रुपी, सो रुपी की डिमांड बढ़नी स्टार्ट होती है। इन दिस केस व्हाट हैपेंस, द रुपी एप्रिशिएट्स, द डोमेस्टिक कंट्रीज करेंसी एप्रिशिएट्स, द डोमेस्टिक कंट्रीज इंटरेस्ट रेट इज हायर, ओके। सो अब क्वेश्चन देखते हैं वो क्या पूछ रहे हैं। So the first statement we decided is wrong. Second, रुपी डेप्रिशिएट कर रहा है तो आरबीआई क्या डॉलर्स को सेल करेगा? यस, सेल करेगा। क्यों सेल करेगा? बिकॉज डिमांड ऑफ डॉलर हैज बीन इंक्रीज्ड, सो टू बैलेंस दिस आउट द एक्सेस डिमांड द आरबीआई विल इंक्रीज द सप्लाई ऑफ डॉलर सो दैट द प्राइसेस बिकम लेस वॉलेटाइल एंड स्टेबलाइजेस, ओके, इन टर्म्स ऑफ रुपी। इफ इंटरेस्ट रेट इन यूएसए इज लेस, तो यानी कि यूएसए और इंडिया के बारे में अगर हम देखें तो यूएसए का इंटरेस्ट रेट कम है, इंडिया का ज़्यादा है, तो अब इस केस में इन्वेस्टर्स विल कम टू इंडिया। सो इन दिस केस व्हाट विल हैपन, दैट इज लाइकली टू इंड्यूस आरबीआई टू बाय डॉलर्स, ऑफ कोर्स, बिकॉज मोर इन्वेस्टर्स विल बी अट्रैक्टेड टू इंडिया, दे विल एक्सचेंज देयर डॉलर्स फॉर रुपी, इन दिस केस देयर विल बी एन इनफ्लो ऑफ डॉलर्स, ओके। नाउ टू बैलेंस इट आउट, बिकॉज फॉर द रुपी टू बिकम लाइक, रुपी को ज़्यादा अप्रिशिएट ना हो, क्योंकि अगर ज़्यादा अप्रिशिएट हो जाएगा तो हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स बहुत एक्सपेंसिव हो जाएंगे, दे विल बिकम लेस कंपेटिटिव इन द ग्लोबल मार्केट। सो इन दिस केस व्हाट विल द आरबीआई डू, दे विल बाय डॉलर्स, ओके। वाई बाय डॉलर्स, ताकि डॉलर्स की डिमांड बढ़े और अगेन अप्रिसिएशन से हम स्टेबलाइज वाले पॉइंट पे आ जाए, ओके, अप्रिसिएशन थोड़ा कम हो जाए और हमारी रुपी को थोड़ा सा हम डिवैल्यू करना स्टार्ट कर दें, क्यों, ताकि हमारा इक्वल आ जाए और हमारे गुड्स जो है, हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स जो है वो भी कंपेटिटिव रहे। सो दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट, okay, both all the concepts have been discussed in NCERTs when you read the certain pages that I have mentioned today, okay. Now they are asking which, as I said, whenever there is numerical number, so they will always use the term which of the following. So in this case what is the answer? B is the answer. 2 and 3 are correct and the first one is wrong. See, they will never ask you direct questions. बहुत rare होगा when they give you direct statement from the NCERTs. You will have to apply the concept. So read your NCERTs very carefully, build your base very carefully, okay, and then you will be able to solve any question, okay, that comes your way. Now, so we are done with 2022. Today's question we are done with 2024. We are done with 2023 and now 2022. Additional information that pre-short test series is beginning on 10th of November, in which you will also get 10 classes, third eye classes on how to solve the MCQs, the techniques which we are discussing. इससे और extensive way में हम discuss करेंगे, and evening batch of GS Foundation. If you are a working aspirant or a college going aspirant, this is the batch for you. That is the evening batch which is beginning on 1st of December for 2026 attempt. Okay, you can enroll as per your requirements. The number is given here for inquiry. Thank you so much everyone. I'll see you tomorrow again at 6 p.m.